Can we be honest? I really enjoy YouTube. I love the platform. I enjoy that I can like really get my point across, and I love that it's a search engine in and of itself. Many of you are obviously also drawn to YouTube since you're hanging out here on YouTube with me, and some of you even have your own YouTube channels, which is awesome. If you have your own YouTube channel, that means that not only do you get to spread your ideas, you get to share things with people for free, but you also get to do things like promote your own resources, build an audience, and on YouTube you can even get monetized and make some money off your videos. I love this because the people watching don't necessarily have to pay to watch, but you can still get money. Now, technically, yes, you only get money if they do click and purchase, but you know, we're not getting deep into it. My point is people can watch for free if they want, and you do get some money. Now, that being said, I feel like there's this big myth that like people on YouTube like make all of this money. And although it is true sometimes with people that have a lot of subscribers and a lot of views, it's not true for everybody, especially if you're someone like me who has just a smaller niche. My channel over here talks about how to sell your products on a website called Teachers Pay Teachers. That's a pretty specific thing. And although yes, there are quite a few people who are doing that since we just hit 10,000, there's also not like millions and millions of people who are going to be interested in watching my videos and content. I know that going into it, but because of that, I also know that my income is going to be limited as far as monetization goes, because my audience is going to be limited as well. If you are also in that same boat, then you are in the right place, because in this video, we're going to be talking about how much money my channel made with, I think it's 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers over the past year. This is the second year that I've been monetized, and I've been on YouTube for 4.5. I believe that's correct. So if that sounds like something that you're curious about, interested in, then let's get started. All right, so like I mentioned, I have this YouTube channel that I started back in 2018. I finally got it monetized in 2020, and it has now been monetized for the second year. I actually wasn't planning to do this video again. I did it last year, like kind of as an interesting thing, but I've had so many people asking me about it that I was like, okay, we can make a video talking about it because so many people have been messaging me about it. So we're gonna pick up where I left off last time and then go till now. At this time last year, I had about 5,000 subscribers, and this year I just hit 10,000. So I've gained pretty much doubled, you know, and gained about 5,000 this year. And other than that, there's not been that much notable stuff going on, except that in January, I changed things. I used to always post 2 videos per week, and I had more of a wide variety of things. So I had vlogs, and I had, you know, stuff about books, and I had stuff about self-care, and I also had stuff about business. And in January, I decided to stop doing all of that, and instead I went to 1 video a week that was very specific to TPT. I did this for 2 reasons. Number one is that way this channel is very specific to like business, marketing, teachers wanting to become entrepreneurs. And so that way I could do that. And then I started a vlogging channel where I moved all the vlogs because some people really liked the vlogs and other people didn't. So that way you can subscribe to both and get all the things you want, or if you just want one or the other, you can just do one or the other. The other reason I did that was because I was looking to add some time into my life, because I have been so busy. And this year has really just like destroyed me school-wise. So I was looking to get a little bit more time, and so this way I only like have to have 1 video ready every week, and then the other videos, if I want to post on the vlogging channel, I can, but I don't have to. And I don't do as many sit-down videos, so they're not quite as structured. So between those things, it just made life a little bit easier. Now, as I went through and wrote down my revenue, it's honestly not super exciting, so this is probably gonna be a very short video, and we're just gonna fly right on through it. It was quite consistent, actually more consistent than I even thought it was gonna be, which I thought it was interesting. And yeah, so let's get started. All right, May 2021, I made $327.14. Then in June, that went up to $404.69. My guess is that that went up because my views went up, because my audience is teachers, and a lot of teachers are not busy in June. And so I had a lot of people who were wanting to work on their Teachers Pay Teachers stores, and so they were watching my videos. Then in July, we went down to $354.26. And then in August, this is where you can really see my teacher audience. We went down to $292.12. So again, in June we're, you know, got plenty of time, but by the time we hit August, it's back to school season. And so teachers are less interested in their business and more interested in their costumes, which is kind of funny because it's also the best time of year for teachers pay teachers, but it's when most of us cannot work as much on our stores because we have so much going on. In September, it went up to $322.59, October, $355.97, November, $377.50, and then December, $351.02. I thought that was interesting because most people say their revenue goes up in December because ad budgets are higher around the holidays. So I thought that was a little bit odd, but you know, whatever. In January, it went down a little bit. And remember, in January, I went from 2 videos a week to only 1 video a week. And so I went from $350 to January, $334.07. So it really didn't change that much, honestly. And then in February, $336.94, so like right at that same level. March was $323.08. So January, February, March were like really close, and they were not much lower than it was before then. I have seen my growth slow a tiny bit, but not a ton, since I went from 2 videos to 1 video a week, as far as like how many views and how many viewers and all that kind of stuff. And finally, in April, this past April 2022, made $376.75. So going up a little bit. And I just checked, and this month in May, since we're about halfway through May, it's already up from before. So I'm expecting May, June, July to get higher, and then it to crash again as back to school season gets here. So that's kind of my thought. Now that gives us a grand total of $4,156.09. Now, I am very happy for my $4,000 because I would make these videos whether I was getting that money or not. Like, that's the truth. When I started, and for the first 2 years or 1.5 years or whatever, I made tons and tons and tons of videos and hardly anyone's watching them, and I didn't get anything from them. So I'm happy for, you know, any cents that I get. But the reason I want to point this out is that if you are looking to YouTube as like oh, I'm gonna, you know, be a YouTuber full time and I'm gonna get monetized and my life's gonna change, that may not be true. Now, some people do make more, and you can go watch a ton of these videos where people make an obscene amount of money, like insane, but most of them have like a ton of subscribers, which is great, and you can totally get there if you have the right niche and if you work hard and if you, you know, kind of have the right set of circumstances. Like I mentioned, I have a smaller niche, which means that I'm not going to have a gigantic audience, which means that I need to make sure that that's not my only source of revenue. The reason I'm telling you this is because it is really helpful to use your YouTube channel to then monetize in a different way. Again, I love that YouTube is free, but for people who want more and for you to actually make some more money, if you are in a smaller niche, it's helpful to have something that people can spend money on. That way you can make money without being as reliant on ads, and you can make a lot more money pretty faster, because 10,000 people is a lot of people for an audience, but it's not a huge audience when it comes to monetization on YouTube. So one way that I monetize this audience in particular is for people who do want more. I do have courses available that people can purchase. So I have 3 courses. I have one that's like a very foundational getting started on TPT for people who like really want to be, you know, held by the hand and walked through. And so we talk about very foundational, like how to make your first product, how to make a logo, like that kind of stuff, setting up your store. Then I have my most popular one, which is Level Up Your Teacher Business, which talks about the next steps after that and how to like turn your Teachers Pay Teacher store from a, you know, like little side thing into like an actual business, and how to come up with those systems and how to create those things. And it's really comprehensive and really great. My third one is a blogging course that launched last year, and that one is specific about how to like build a blog to use for Teachers Pay Teachers. similar to how I use YouTube for Teachers Pay Teachers. And so for the same time period where I made $4,000 with YouTube, I just checked, and on my Teachable, where I sell my courses, I made $20,730. So that is actually, like, you know, that's a part-time job. And so that is way more. And it's also a lot less work because I did not work as much as I did on YouTube. Although if I don't do YouTube, then I don't get people onto the courses. So my point being that if you have a small audience, you can just stick with what YouTube gives you for monetization, but it's probably not going to be enough. Or you can find ways to make your own revenue from selling a product, selling a digital product, a physical product. You can do services, you can do coaching. Like, I do coaching, I do other things as well, but just from my courses, making $20,000 is gonna get you a lot further than the $4,000 on YouTube. So I'm not here to rant because we've had this rant before, but if you have a smaller audience and you know you're going to continue having a smaller audience because you have a more niche market, look into other ways to monetize your YouTube channel. Take what YouTube gives you, but also take, you know, a little bit more where you can get it. I hope this video was helpful and informative, especially if you are someone who is looking to monetize yourself on YouTube and maybe looking for a better way. Thanks so much for watching, and if you have more questions, leave them down in the comments below or send me a message over on Instagram. It's at becca.e.davis, and that's where I am most likely to answer you. So if you have a really pressing question, send it to me over there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.